Hello everybody, Ethan here. Today this is an ultimate comparison video between 5 Playrel engines. There's 10 of them, 5 talking ones and 5 vocal ones of these 5 characters. Gordon, Hiro, James, Percy, and Thomas. So here, these versions of each character are kind of the same, but with different features and some of different rolling stock. Like here's Thomas. There's the original face that some of you might know. There's a new version of it released this year. And Annie and Clarabelle are pretty much the same. But as if we move to the talking Thomas, that's different. His face looks different. He has those little eye parts in his eyes and different eyebrows. And Annie Coach actually stores his talking features. You see by the on-off switch and the sound button. There's also this connector here, which permanently connects Thomas to his carriage. Can only be removed by taking out that screw. Clarabelle's just the same though as this one. Now if we move on to Percy, his is a little different. He has that face that you might know until the CGI version came out. And just like the CGI version, he still has the 2 rolling stock. A normal troublesome truck right here. And also, he has a fuel tanker. I have a lot of these now. But as we move to the talking Percy, he has different rolling stock, minus the face. His sound features are not in a tanker. They're in this mail car, which is very cool. Fits Percy well. And at the back, he has a slate car. A normal brown slate car. Now if we move to James, he's a little different. He has the CGI form. I used to have the old form, but I sold it on my eBay account. I'll have a link to it in the description. Here's his tender. Just unlike the old one, he and his tender actually have this coupling here so they can be disconnected. And James also has a nice green brake van. But if we move to the talking James, he has the same looks, except his tender looks a little different because it has the power to the sounds, the connecting vector, and a blue express coach. Now if we move on to the new the new engine to the group, Hiro, he's a little different too. He takes a C battery, which is kind of different. His on-off switch is on his boiler. Here's his tender. It has the same coupling feature. And he has a slate truck. Amazingly, it actually has these 2 barrels here. So he actually comes with some cargo. I can fit them in any truck. But if we move to the talking Hiro, it's a little different. He has that connector. His tender holds the sound, and he comes with a red truck. Doesn't hold any cargo in it, but looks pretty good. Now if we move on to the last engine, Gordon, he has little differences too. The original version I'm selling on eBay. Check out the link. His cab isn't painted, but he has nice little piston details to replace his old ones. Some extra wheels. Has that same feature as James and Hiro. And the generic express coach that some of you Tommy fans might remember. But if we move on to the final version, the talking Gordon, he has that same look as all the talking engines. The little front piston part is painted blue, whereas on the original one, it's black. He has that same unpainted cab, the coupling, the powered tender, and this carriage. a, a very dark brown express carriage with a silver roof. I do have to agree, though, that is pretty nice. So all the talking engines are sort of the same, but a little different with their rolling stock. But for Thomas and Percy, there's one really cool thing about these two. You can actually switch their battery caps, so the talking cap is on the regular version, and the regular cap's on the talking version. Pretty cool, huh? Same thing with Percy. And this is how Thomas and Percy are gonna look like in my future Tomy stories. Because I agree, that face looks very nice. Much better than the regular version. That face, the talking one, that looks really cool. But enough about that. Let's get batteries in all these trains and give them a run. Alright, I'm back. Sorry it took so long. Dad and I had to figure out how to get the battery functions into all these trains, but we finally got them all powered up. So first up, let's do Thomas. You hear the talking features? Oh, there's the Thomas tune. Hope I don't get a copyright strike. The regular one's trying to catch up. So it's a good run with these two. Next up, Percy. All right. Kind of a different voice. And sometimes that they all play the Thomas tune. That does sometimes happen. Oh, there it goes again. So it looks like the talking version's having some struggles catching up with its non-talking counterpart. Hi. Good show there, Percy. Time to turn them off and put them beside the track. Now for James. James, he's just still trying to, looks like just still trying to catch up. Oh, and there's one feature I forgot. There's a button on them. Yeah, you can press that. You press this button. Thanks for putting on a good show there, James. And now we're gonna move on to Hiro. There's actually one thing I discovered with Hiro. He is pretty fast. He's a very fast locomotive. When I tested him, the regular version of him out before shooting the scene, he caught up with James really quickly. But Hiro's motor sounds pretty quiet. It sounds like his whistle. The Hiro doesn't have anything in his truck, but the regular Hiro does. I can move these barrels from one car to another. Thank you, Hiro. And last up, we have Gordon. He sounds a little louder than the other engines. But there's the regular Gordon. They're both carrying their respective coaches. Looks like the regular Gordon is just catching up with his talking counterpart. Watch out! Well, thanks for the good show, Gordon. My final thoughts on these talking engines is that they're pretty good. Same with the regular ones, so I might use them in my future series. These are my Trackmaster Tomy adventures. And also, something else. I have some new rolling stock, some extra rolling stock, and some new cargo to add to my collection. Which is pretty good. I even also have 3 new coaches. These 3 coaches will do pretty well in my series. And same with the freight. These wagons will do great in my collection, and the mix and match thing with the talking engines will be great. I'll be able to use the talking hoods from the regular models for my 2G series. That gives them more version, and I might get the CGI versions of the engines one day, but for now, I'm happy with what I've got. Until next time, thank you very much for watching.